21st of May 2023. This is one of those. I initially thought that this should be just a news flash, but when I went through the material, I realized this is actually more of a what a fuck moment, because there is a lot of things more involved than only those F16 fighters. I am, in a way, stunned by the stupidity of the West. Really. I cannot understand that the population of Europe and America has allowed leadership like what they've got to take them on this roller coaster ride to hell. Project Zelensky is really busy to go for the dumps. And things aren't going to work out. The fall of Bakhmut is much more significant than the casual observer. There is a major issue in that fall of that Bakhmut. Apart from all the people that has been killed and wounded, there was tons and tons and tons and tons of equipment, NATO Western equipment, destroyed. The financial burden of that is clear in the budgets of the countries involved in this fiasco. But true to tradition, the Patriots was delivered and the first one was destroyed. And now they're on the F16 jets. These jet fighters are expensive stuff, very expensive stuff. They are very sophisticated. They're not going to make a difference to the war in the Ukraine. They're just going to be another speed bump that the Russians have to cross, because the Russian air defense and the Russian planes are more than a match for the F-16s. The deep underlying disturbing thing that the Western people must take note of, those Ukrainian pilots cannot fly those planes. They cannot fly those planes. They've been trained on Soviet planes. Now any guy that listens that is a fighter pilot will know there's a massive difference between the Soviet planes and the Western planes. Just take a simple thing. If a guy, you as an enthusiast, go for your private pilot license on that single prop little Piper Cub, if you want to go from that thing to a twin prop, you got to go through a conversion, and that is a long process. Then if you want to go from propellers to jets, it's again a conversion and a long thing. Now the problem that they have with the Ukrainian pilots is those guys has got a lifetime of experience in Soviet planes behind them. Basically everything he does in that plane is from muscle memory. Now he has to think and listen and read, and it's going to be basically impossible. But let's come back to the material. I see this article. Biden has informed G7 leaders that the US will support a joint international effort to train Ukrainian pilots on modern fighter aircraft, including the F-16s, a senior administration official says. The training will take place outside Ukraine at a site in Europe and will require months to complete. Officials hope to begin the training in the coming weeks, according to the official. As the training takes place over the coming months, Our coalition of countries participating in the effort will decide when to actually provide jets, how many we will provide and who will provide them, the senior administration official said. Now, the thing that you must take note of is the fact that he talks about months. And then there was this article. Military expert Alexander Zimovsky. The rumors about Ukrainian pilots who underwent combat retraining in the F16 turned out to be somewhat exaggerated. Well, that is, there were pilots, we do not deny this, but they self-destructed, did not fly the F16 and hardly even saw its cockpit live. American instructors trained the Ukrainians on simulators and flight simulators and curtailed training when it turned out that the Ukrainian pilots do not understand English at a level that allows them to read the displays and indicators for piloting and controlling weapons and onboard radio electronics and avionics. However, since it's necessary to master the budgets, they compiled a benevolent report which the commander of the 162nd Air Wing immediately signed. This means that if F-16s appear in Ukraine, then fly, they will be US and NATO pilots. Take note of that. It's really important to take note of that. This means that if F-16s appear in Ukraine, then fly, they will be US and NATO pilots. And then we get to this liver sausage. Scholz called the training of Ukrainian pilots for the F-16 a signal to Russia. It would be necessary to explain to Scholz that the resumption of Russia's nuclear tests will be a signal to Germany. Those guys, they keep on poking the bear. And there's this article. There were rumors that the West was about to approve the transfer of about 70 F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine. The USA, Great Britain, Portugal, Belgium, the Netherlands, Denmark will participate in the transfer in one form or another, while Italy refused to participate in the project. Good for Italy, for what it's worth. Then we get to this, and unfortunately the cartoon is in a language that I don't understand, but I think you can really see the meaning of what's going on there. That officer and that politician and the newcon with the flag at the back, they are pushing that American pilot to get into that Ukraine F-16. The US Congress addressed the Biden administration asking for the delivery of F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine. But there is a but. The aircrafts would be too sophisticated for the brave fighters of the armed forces of Ukraine. It is American pilots who will have to fly them, but they are not very enthusiastic and they need some convincing. Come on, hero patriots, we'll help you. Don't you be scared of the Russians. All their missiles are long gone. The Russian economy is in ruins. Kill all those that are still alive. This project F-16 is going to turn into a nightmare for the pilots, and it is most probably going to get a hell of a lot of negative comments from the rest of the world. The non-West is going to look at this and they will think back what the West did to Libya, to Syria, to Iraq, to Yemen, to Afghanistan, to Yugoslavia, to Serbia. That the so-called combined West is in deep trouble. but they've got idiots in charge. Please give me a like and a subscribe and share the thing. I have a hard time with the algorithms and I really need your help, and you help me by liking and sharing. Thank you.